What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to our first installment of our monthly Train Loco vlogs. As you can see, we started this off with, we did a workshop out in San Rafael for a permanent weight loss workshop for a Rotary Club, and it was about 15 to 20 people out there, and it was actually a blast, actually being able to spread some good knowledge about permanent weight loss and whatnot. So that was a very humbling and honored experience to be able to do that. So that's what pretty much started us off with this vlog. But what we're doing here is we're going to just give you guys monthly vlogs and wrap-ups of what we've been doing as far as training and nutrition. Right here, what we've been doing since we're 7 weeks post competition is I've been doing a lot of isometrics right here, trying to strengthen up my patella because of the chronomalacia that I had. So I'm just trying to keep on top of that and just strengthen it up with some leg lifts and isometrics. Another thing that I'm really trying to do this next off season is really trying to keep my hips healthy. And I'm doing a lot of dynamic warm-ups, as you can see right here, before my actual leg days, and it's actually going to really pay off as far as keeping my hips healthy, keeping my glutes healthy as well too, since they both tie in together. And that's one of the big things I want to do this year is just really keep my hips healthy and strong, and I want to actually strengthen up my hips and strengthen up my adductors too, because I really think these are underrated muscles that people don't keep track of, and they kind of lose sight of a big picture as far as like trying to move up on a squat or a deadlift. They play a huge role as far as stabilizing muscles and stuff like that. So this is one of the things I'm trying to do, is really strengthen up my hip area with some of these little workouts you see that I'm doing. And I'm doing a lot of these on leg days, and on one of my recovery days I'm doing too. So I'm doing it about 3 times a week right now, and just trying to stay healthy. Next one right here, starting something new, is I'm using shin guards, and this is a great idea from Mike Pukey. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name, man, if you're watching this, but great idea, and it's actually been helping me out a lot, because it's really mental to be able to sit there and do a deadlift, and if it scrapes your knee, it's really mental if it sits there and keeps hitting your knee every time. And I think that since I've been doing this, I have nothing blocking me out and nothing affecting my deadlift now, because it's not hitting and scraping my shin, and it hurts like hell when you hit your shin. So that's something I've been doing, and I really highly recommend people to do that if it keeps hitting your shin when you're doing a deadlift. Right here you can see I've been doing a lot of hip thrusts too. Besides the fact that I lost my glutes during prep, I want my glutes back, and I want to fill my jeans back out. But what I've been doing with that is it's really been strengthening up my lumbar area, it's strengthening up my glutes, my hips, my adductors, and it's helping me out with the lockout portion too, as far as pushing my hips through and squeezing my glutes and firing them on the lockout portion of the deadlift. So that's something I highly recommend doing. And then right here you see Eric, he's just dealing with his rehab, his bicep tendonitis, and he's just doing his rehab stuff, and hasn't been able to do much post-contest, but he's taking care of it, and he's almost on his way to get back in the gym and start training hard again. So just dealing with that right now. Guys, so I'm going to talk real briefly about what our progress is looking as far as training and nutrition, okay? So by the time you guys watch this, it's probably going to be about 7 weeks post-competition. So right here what we have is the start of our reverse diet for Eric. This was 7 weeks ago. His numbers were protein 210, carbs 190, fats 45. He started off at 161.8, okay? His macros right now are 210 protein, 240 carbs, 55 fat, and he weighs 5 pounds less, okay? So, I mean, it's crazy. Like, it looks like he's almost becoming like a hyper responder, where it's definitely a positive metabolic adaptation, and he's definitely losing weight, getting tighter than what he was when he first started his reverse diet. Now, as for me, started right around the same exact macros, but pretty much 180 carbs. I weighed 165.6, and now I'm at 235 carbs and 55 fat. And same thing for me. I'm pretty much about 5-6 pounds lighter than what I was, that competition day. And so it's definitely built some, some metabolic capacity these past 6 weeks, but definitely looking to keep increasing. And like I said, I think we're just definitely like soaking this reverse diet up a lot, because we're getting leaner, harder, and it's just crazy to explain it. Training wise, so Eric has the bicep tendonitis that he's dealing with right now. So what he's doing is legs 3 times a week. He's doing heavy, light, moderate. and then he's doing HIIT cardio 2 times a week, and he's obviously doing his rehabilitation workouts for his bicep tendonitis too, and it looks like he's almost ready to go too, which is good news. As far as me, I started out with an undulating periodization, pretty much like a hybrid of a fat where it's 2 heavy days and then 3 hypertrophy days where body parts are all split up. I'm actually emphasizing it on chest and arms 3 times a week because that's a body part that me and Lane actually decided on what we need to start bringing up. Okay, it actually consists of a conservative 1 to 2 rep max effort instead of like an all out like balls to the wall like 1 rep max, and the reason is because my tissue leverage just isn't there right now, and my susceptibility to getting an injury is really, really high because I just don't have that tissue leverage right there to support my joints and ligaments, okay? And then I'm doing HIIT cardio 2 times a week too. So that's pretty much just like a little summary of what our nutrition and training looks like right now. And we'll just keep you guys posted in the next vlog. All right, something I've been doing too is I've been trying to have high sodium meals before my workouts, just because I've been doing some reading up on blood pressure, and what it shows is if you have like a high sodium meal, it tends to really increase blood pressure in the vascular system and actually increases plasma volume. So it helps with like pumps during your workouts, and I've been trying that. Have anything from 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of sodium pre-workout. So the miso soup, the soy sauce. It's an excellent selection as far as getting in like a lot of sodium in there. So I've been trying that, and it's to tell you the truth, I haven't noticed that much of a difference, but I'm just still giving it a try, just seeing what happens. And the one thing I do feel though is I do feel like a lot fuller, but just it's really hard to tell what's playing that role. I don't know if it's the actual sodium, the salt, or if it's just I'm more pumped up that day, feeling better. So it's really hard to tell, without like testing it or something like that. But I don't know. Just try it out. See if you guys like it. See if you guys can tell a difference and whatnot. So yeah, what I was talking about in my routine on that whiteboard, just going back to some dynamic effort, using some chains, some bands, some linear variable resistance, just trying to get my strength back up because I lost so much strength as far as, pressing movements. And like what I said before too, like, my squat just really, really took a plunge, and that was just because I was doing like 3 days of HIIT cardio, like 8 intervals. I was doing a low intensity cardio day, and then on top of that, I was training 2 times a week as far as legs. So it's just like I knew that my squat was just gonna suffer. I knew it. My deadlift didn't suffer much, but squat and pressing, as far as bench press, really, really took a plunge, and it was expected. But nothing you can really do about it as far as when you're prepping, and you have to train that much cardio. As far as the low calorie dieting as well and the recovery. So just get back into it like I'm doing right now, just as far as increasing my metabolic capacity, trying to get stronger as far as this undulating routine that I'm doing, and just trying to hit it hard every day to try to get stronger and try to get better. So what, this is honestly something awesome that we're doing for you guys each month is a vlog like this, just kind of wrapping up what we've been doing throughout the month. We had a lot of requests for it. So hopefully you guys like it. If you guys have any suggestions, please shoot us an email at dynamicduotraining@gmail.com and give us some suggestions on what you guys want to see. But hopefully you guys benefit off of it, and like we say, get out there and keep training hard and don't make any excuses out there, only solutions. And we wrapped up Super Bowl Sunday right here with this fine Mexican dish right here. It's called pozole. If you guys haven't tasted it, highly recommend you guys try it, okay? Pork, hominy, it is absolutely bomb. And as far as the Super Bowl, wow, what an embarrassing game. That should have been the 49ers right there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come back at you guys next year, Seahawks. Peace.